Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jesse the Jackhammer. So, the Mitchell Family Reality Show. I'm a professional wrestler, local actor. So, the Mitchell Family Reality Show is still on tour. We're going to see a 20-minute film about Indians. We're at Hopewell Culture. Grab a seat, guys. We're at Hopewell Culture. So, you're going to be seeing a film with us. There's my wife, Sharon. Shannon. Rude.
Heck. Are we watching a movie?
Shh.
The mysteries persist, hidden beneath the surface and of ancient giant earthworks and mounds. From early explorers in the 1700s to archaeologists today, Ohio's Scioto River Valley remains at the center of unanswered questions. The Native American builders were among the ancestors of today's living tribes. They left an enduring earthen legacy, unlike anything else in the ancient world or today's world. Enormous geometric earthworks were built along the Scioto River and its tributaries, often constructed on a grand scale with an intriguing degree of precision. Many designed as combinations of giant geometric squares, circles, and octagons. Repeated over and over again, the geometry of the past is embedded in river valleys, terraces, and hilltops. Most amazing, the earthworks seem to adhere to a grand architectural design, the earthen signature of a bygone culture. Who were these ancient architects? Neither the Shawnee nor other tribes in the Ohio River Valley were actively building earthworks, so it was clear that the mounds and walls were built in the distant past. It wasn't until the relatively recent past that precise mapping and aerial imaging, combined with new technologies, allowed archaeologists to peer into the ground and into the past, uncovering another part of the long-hidden story left by Native Americans. Carbon-14 dating of some of the earliest earthwork features pushed the cultural time clock back to over 2,000 years ago. Ohio's ancient earth architects are known to archaeologists as the Hopewell culture. However, no one knows what these people may have called themselves. With no written language, much of their story remains wrapped in mystery. Unlike later cultures, there were no towns nor villages. The Hopewell people grew food in small garden plots, supplementing a rich diet from hunting and gathering. Archaeologists seldom see more than 3 houses at excavations or surveys, so it appears that villages were not a necessary or practical part of Hopewell life. The Hopewell people made excellent use of the rich environment of central and southern Ohio, enabling them to build the largest, most complex earthworks in North America. Hardwood forests of oak and hickory covered the riverbanks and portions of the floodplain. A few isolated prairies may have existed, kept open by repeated purposeful fires as hunting grounds to attract wildlife. For the native peoples who inhabited this part of Ohio, the Scioto River Valley was the best of all worlds, combining plants and animals found in the forest with those found in the grasslands. With its protective hills and slopes, the The Chillicothe area shelters some plants which would normally be found 100 miles further north or south. Though they never attained large population densities, somehow the Hopewell mobilized workforce is large enough to move thousands of tons of earth. They displayed an amazing ability to communicate and organize on a massive scale and build mile after mile of embankment walls, moat-like depressions, mounds, and ceremonial passageways flanked by earthen berms. The culture had several major centers. One was on both sides of the Ohio River at Portsmouth. Today, only a small fraction of that complex of earthworks remains. Another focal point was within the present city of Newark, just east of Columbus. There, the Hopewell constructed several large geometric figures and connected them with miles of parallel embankments. The center of the Hopewell heartland was the Scioto River Valley around Chillicothe. The Hopewell constructed 24 major enclosures in the shapes of squares, circles, and octagons. Yet their influence reached even farther, eventually spreading across much of North America's eastern woodlands. Amazingly, all of this occurred before the introduction of corn and large-scale agriculture, and in a culture that had neither towns nor villages. But they did have ideas, big ideas, and advanced understandings of geometry and astronomy to carry them out. Equally important, the Hopewell had the will and the engineering ability to turn ideas into earthworks, moving earth on a scale never before seen in North America. Hopewell Culture National Historical Park preserves and protects 5 of the most significant sites in the Scioto River Valley drainage. Using wooden digging sticks, stone hoes, freshwater clamshells, and baskets, the Hopewell shaped the earth to their liking. Windows to the past, the earthworks allow us to peer back into their world. At Site Earthworks, a 2-mile-long wall enclosed over 120 acres of what was, most likely, an immense ceremonial complex. As if designed by a single architect, or following unwritten rules of Hopewell architecture, the site complex bears a striking similarity to other earthworks in the region. Like many earthworks, 2 centuries of plowing have flattened the profiles of most walls, but Site's steep-sided central mound defied plowing. Archaeologists excavated Site Mound in the 1920s and unearthed finely crafted art made of exotic materials, some brought in from distant locations. After excavation, the enormous central mound was completely reconstructed. Hopewell Mound Group is the archaeological type site, the signature earthwork example after which these people are named. Owned by a Chillicothe farmer, Mordecai Hopewell, it was excavated in the 1890s. Hopewell Mound Group includes the Hopewell's largest single mound, a 500-foot-long ridge that required at least 1.5 million baskets of earth to construct. The complex was raised by a 2-mile-long wall, creating the largest single earthen enclosure they ever built. A long 6-foot-high section of this ancient wall still exists on the upper terrace. Hopeton Earthworks was constructed about the same time as Mound City across the Scioto River. Hopeton's rounded rectangle had walls 12 feet high and was built adjacent to a circle, a pattern repeated at many Hopewell sites. Though still visible in 1930s aerial photographs, decades of continued plowing reduced Hopeton's impressive walls to to barely visible undulations on the landscape. Hyback Works contains a circle that is the same size as at 4 other sites. The Hyback layout and alignments are strikingly similar to the Newark complex, almost 60 miles to the north. We do know that Mound City was a very special place, even in the midst of the impressive array of earthworks. It is one of the oldest Hopewell earthworks, yet it is also one of the last to be used. Though smaller and less precise in its geometry than other Hopewell sites, Mound City contains a greater concentration of mounds than any other earthwork. Artifacts discovered at Mound City are a revealing look into the lives of the Hopewell people. As grand as each site seems on a human scale, they are still only part of a much, much larger picture that traverses both time and distance. In the Scioto River Valley, 5 particular earthwork complexes, including Scioto, share the same design elements and dimensions. A small circle, a large circle, and a square. The geometry of the sites may also reflect their use. Archaeologists discovered that burial mounds were always placed in the large circle, never in the small circle or square. In the 1840s, 2 amateur archaeologists, Ephraim Squire and Edwin Davis, mapped the squares of these 5 complexes. They discovered that each wall was the same length, and each square enclosed 27 acres. Was there a special underlying significance behind the Hopewell unit of measurement? And if so, what was it? Only in the last few decades have researchers deciphered a part of the underlying repeated patterns of Hopewell architecture, the mathematical and astronomical relationships revealed in the geometry of sculpted earth. The great squares and circles did not just stand alone, but followed a common Hopewell pattern of earth architecture. The square nests perfectly inside the great circle. Another standard of measurement applied to smaller circles.
20 minutes.
The same diameter.
These are burial graves back here, by the way.
Separated by many miles.
Yes.
Hyback
Can't be on them, but you can read back there. Look at them. They're Indian graves.
As circles at Hopeton, Circleville, Seal, and Newark complexes. Newark earthworks and Hyback works are huge complexes sharing an octagonal design and exactly the same size circles, even though they are over 60 miles apart. Like many
It's beautiful, isn't it?
the Hopewell
It's
were
beautiful, isn't it?
skywatchers, and
It's pretty.
astronomy appears to have played a role in their beliefs. It is impossible to read the minds and gauge the intentions of Hopewell architects, but statistical analysis and reoccurring astronomical alignments at separate sites suggest that many geometric enclosures were used as calendars. The Hopewell paid homage to the sky by moving thousands of tons of earth. Perhaps the most elusive question is why? Why did these people invest so much time and energy in constructing such impressive earthworks? We know that these complexes were not walled villages. There is little evidence that anyone lived in them. If anything, sections of the complexes may have been more like plazas, churches, observatories, or cemeteries. They appear to have been destinations or gathering places. Like Jerusalem or Mecca in the Middle East, the earthworks may have drawn travelers from great distances for spiritual pilgrimages. Because of astronomical alignments, We know that certain sites tracked movements of the sun or the moon. One speculation is that ceremonies might be timed to such alignments, and that the sky was an integral part of their religion or their view of the world. Like the great cathedrals of Europe, they may have been created to convey religious inspiration. Gothic architects built cathedrals ever higher, but Hopewell architects and engineers built out, enclosing phenomenal acreages. No matter what the original purpose, the huge geometric enclosures must have inspired awe then, as they do now. The Hopewell people left much more than earthworks. Beneath the surface of the mountains are links to the past. Copper from the southern shore of Lake Superior. Silver from east central Canada. Obsidian from the Yellowstone region of Wyoming. Mica from the Blue Ridge Mountains.
It's pretty.
And from the warm waters of the Gulf of Mexico.
That's beautiful.
Shells. It would seem that Hopewell trade and influence extended across the eastern half of North America. But trade alone may not have accounted for all of the exotic
Look how
materials
beautiful
found
that
in
is.
the archaeological record.
Yes, it is.
Instead of trading for obsidian, metals, or shells, the Hopewell may have conducted expeditions to distant lands and through possibly hostile territories to get what they valued. The Hopewell were skilled artisans, replicating the natural world in everyday objects such as pottery, and for ceremonial uses such as smoking pipes. Elaborate designs were cut into pounded plates of copper. Mica was worked by artisans into exquisite, delicate shapes.
Look here,
One
buddy.
of the most intriguing mysteries is, why did it end? What happened? By 500 AD, the Hopewell culture lasted some 700 years, but mounds and earthworks were no longer being built. When the Roman Empire fell, the Romans did not die off or move away. Most likely, the Hopewell also remained, but now, like the Romans, they changed the way they did things. They did not just disappear, and their descendants walk among us today. For
That's
many
pretty, Rory.
tribes, these
You can go
are
out there and find
sacred
beautiful
sites.
rocks.
Sadly,
You
we have
know,
lost most traces of
see
this
pretty,
intriguing
pretty
story.
animals out there.
90% of the picture has been destroyed by farming, looting, and the constant expansion of our highways and cities.
There it is, right there. Look, Rory.
Earthworks that had survived for over 2,000 years have been
Just relax,
virtually
buddy. Lay back and
eliminated
relax.
within the last 150 years.
Shh. A lot of people's
Hopewell
watching this.
Culture National Historical Park is a vital
Okay, well,
piece
heat that
of the
stuff up.
jigsaw puzzle of our past, protecting and preserving key remnants of this once vibrant
Ain't no wrong
culture.
with that. Ain't no wrong with that.
We may never know all the answers to the many mysteries the Hopewell left behind. Yet here, we find a tantalizing glimpse into a lifestyle that influenced developments across the eastern half of the continent. A way of life that resulted in monuments of earth that challenged the imagination. That is why Hopewell Culture National Historical Park and other remaining sites deserve protection. These places are the remaining tangible links with the past residents of this land. The thought of time and mystery remain. But places like these help us see a little more
That's a
clearly
big hand.
into the past and into the lives of these ancient architects.
Hey, Jay. Let's go. Yes, no, they're going to start it over there. It's good. You'll like it. Oh, thank you. Sissy, stay with me. That was good.
Standing in the way of progress.
Come here, baby. Come here. She said, let's go in the museum. Come on. She's going to get rid of this. Oh, look at this. Come here, come here, come here.
Daddy.
Hold on. I'll be there in a minute. Just look.
Look at Indian. I like the Indian music, Daddy.
Beautiful, isn't it?
These are bones.
Indian bones or
Oh, no. How did the Indians die?
nobody knows. It's a mystery.
Yes, sir.
Bone beamers, bone owl.
It's this big thingy. These. It's this.
Arrowhead. There's a headrest.
What is that box thing?
What is it?
What is that?
Shell beads,
It's for necklace.
chopper points, two head something.
This. Wait, what? I missed that.
Mm-hmm.
That looks like something. It looks like a diamond or something.
It's pretty. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to trip you.
What is? Those look like rocks.
That's what they made. That's how the stuff they made.
Oh, Daddy, piece of it. Piece of
Yeah.
Oh, I like my jacket before. Daddy, is it cold?
Oh, it's a little breezy.
These look like necklaces, bracelets, earrings.
Grizzly tooth, shark tooth,
That's
grizzly
a necklace.
tooth,
Dad, that's a necklace.
copper beads,
That's a necklace and
chuff beads necklace,
bracelet.
bone bead necklace,
Ooh,
elk tooth, copper ornament.
elf tooth.
Elk tooth right there. Oh, I'm sorry. I keep on bumping you.
Huh?
Copper mountain goat horn. Grant tempered figurement. I don't know what that is. It's a claw.
Egg claw.
Flint point. Copper human figure. Copper horn. Copper breastplate. Copper turtle shell. Stone axe.
Read it.
Go ahead. Can you see that one up
Which
there?
one?
The top one? I can't see it.
Spot car head. Spot car head.
Carpal turtle. There's turtles right there.
Oh, what do you mean?
Yeah, they're real.
What do you mean?
No, they was shaped as turtles, I guess. The Indian, that's the Indian houses. That was their houses.
They looked on the head.
Yep. That's where they kill the animals. But anyways, that's their houses, honey.
What do you kill the animals for? Food.
Food and clothing. There's a frog,
Let me see.
a beaver,
Let me see. There's a frog.
beaver.
That's a beaver.
Yep. Great blue hornet, horn-on, something like that.
One.
Otter,
Otter.
plane, boat, performance. Start from that end. Start from that end.
Stop.
No, we're not going
This is
yet.
the museum.
Start from that end. This is the museum. Dude, go down there and look, babe.
Mommy, Dad, we want to go see the mounds.
Okay, that's fine. Start from that end.
You can.
Walk your way this way.
You guys can. You guys go see the mounds if you want to. No, no, done.
Go ahead, take your time.
Daddy, you missed this.
I didn't.
Oh, you did?
Nope. I'm coming back to it.
Oh my goodness, Daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my, what is this? Digging the read it. Digging.
During the burial, something, the shape men may have worn these copper antlers as a head dress and used the object blade to dismember bodies, like kill something. That's that's a sword almost.
That's fire. Do not touch it.
It's not real, but it feels real.
It is real.
Excuse me. Let's get over.
I'm looking at the necklace.
That's fine.
Well, they do have cool kind. Take my time. I got better than that.
Centuries before the first white settlers arrived here, the Central Scioto and Pink Valleys were the heartland of an amazing civilization. These ancient Native Americans lived in tiny scattered settlements, yet came together to design and build these huge earthen monuments, some of them marking solar and lunar alignments with astonishing precision. Today we call them the Hopewell.
I missed it.
Their influence spread across much of North America. Their dazzling artistry was made with precious materials brought here from thousands of miles away. Explore these ancient places and the remarkable culture that lived here 2,000 years ago.
Pick one. Pick one.
Archaeologist Mark Seaman talks about the relationships between the earthworks and the natural landscape.
Various springs and hills and esters and caves. These are the kinds of features that we have to look at in caves with a new eye. In this area, I've been particularly struck by Mount Logan, which is a very unique, once again, complex of named hills at the very northern end of the Appalachian Escarpment. And the fact that these, by a variety of geological circumstances, are isolated, sort of found into the state of Ohio, we're very impressed with this very imposing landscape and trussed it to put it on our state seal. I think that the fact that there is such a concentration of Hopewell and earlier mounted earthwork building in this area, some of it seeming to orient to Mount Logan, is a significant factor. The sun rising over the mountains on the state seal is a long ways away from Hopewell people 2,000 years ago, but the use of these imposing mountains, did I say mounds or sort of a slip of the tongue?
I can hold a camera
But
for
not
you.
an unlikely relationship.
Thank you for the
Would
offer.
be something that people would
I'll let you know, okay?
on to and look at very carefully.
Right. Let's walk around.
Home. Back.
Come on.
Before you show that, look.
Ready?
What?
Ready? Want me to show it?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
That's the Indian designs.
So good at it.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
I'm so good at it.
I've seen that.
This is paint. They made it out of paint. They painted this.
All right, baby. What do you think? Tell me what you think.
Good.
Don't pull it off.
No, I'm filming it.
Hey, look at me. What do you think? How cool was that about the Indians?
Good.
Let's go see the barrels. Tell everybody what we're going to do. Come right here and tell them what we're going to do.
We're going to see the mountains.
The Indian barrels.
Yeah, okay.
Now, what's the Indian barrels? Come here. Come here.
The hills.
They're hills, but what's in them?
Oh, I forgot it.
Look on the wall. Look on the wall. What's in them?
Which one? Which one?
Right there.
Which one?
Yeah, no, other one. Yep. What's in them?
And
Huh?
what's in them?
The mountains out there. The Indian mount. What's in them? What goes in the grave? Bodies. Bodies.
Bodies, dirt.
Okay, so what's in the Indian amount?
Bodies and dirt.
But what kind of bodies?
Indians.
Tell them.
Indians.
So let's go find them.
Let's go find them. They're probably out there.
All right, guys. I'm going to go out here and look at these Indian barrels. It's been really nice. Next question. Would you all have a microwave and heat some food up?
Sorry, we don't have.
Okay. That's fine. I just wanted to check. We're going back to West Virginia and I was just asking.
Yes, sir.
Hey, baby. Come here.
Hello. Hey, welcome
Please
to
touch.
Hopewell Culture National Historical Park.
It says please touch.
What's that?
OCSEF, with the Union for the State of Ohio Employees.
Okay.
Don't pick it
Okay,
up.
well, welcome to Hopewell Culture
This is so
National
weird. This is
Historical Park.
skin.
Is this your first visit?
Yes, it is.
Ew, this is
And
skin.
what can we do for you? Are you here with the protest? Or you
Yeah,
guys
we
here
came
at,
with the protest,
you
but
get a
we've
break?
never been to see this,
Well,
so.
you know what? You found yourself a gem, a hidden gem of a national park. Here is what I would like to suggest. I'd like to suggest three things for you all to consider. We have a nationally acclaimed, award-winning
This is so
18-minute
big.
film that
It's a
gives you
seashell.
a great overview of the Hopewell.
You probably use
We
this
have
as a
small
bow.
museum. We don't have all 188,000 artifacts that were found in the mounds.
Okay, let's go.
But after
Wait, no.
the British Museum got their portion, and the Columbus Museum got their portion, and the Chicago Field
Let's
Museum
listen to
got their
this.
portion, we selected the best of the rest, so you can get a great representative snapshot of some of the beautiful things that the Hopewell were creating. And then if you still have time before you have to get back, I'd like to invite you to go out into a 2,000-year-old sacred Native American Indian graveyard. Each one of the mounds is, in fact, like our equivalent of a headstone.
Right.
There were 99 Native Americans that were buried out there. Each one of these black dots indicates an interpretive sign that, you know, like that sign that you saw out there, more information.
Right.
And to put it in context, this is 9/10 of a mile around 15 by the geometric earthwork.
Is that-
Now, yes, ma'am,
Yeah.
that's right out there. Now, let me see, I don't know if the movie is playing.
I'd like to see that. Can you see it?
Sure. The movie will be playing again in 3 minutes.
Wow, sure.
So, and it'll be
Won't you listen to this?
played by.
Come over here, listen.
Okay.
And you command it, we'll press the button and warm it up.
All right.
Okay.
So tell us that we missed what you was talking about, the history on that. What you was talking about with
Yes,
them.
sir. 2,000-year-old Native American Indian graveyard. 2,000 years old. Each one of those mounds were put on top of bodies that were cremated or buried out there.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, and it's not just here. This was, I would say, would be like the Arlington Cemetery, the Hopewell culture. But they were building great, tremendous earthworks all throughout the entire Scioto River and Paint Creek Valley.
Now, is their houses still standing,
No.
or village, or what do they
No,
call it?
they had huts. They lived in huts, 1 or 2 huts per site. They didn't really have villages, but there are none that are still standing.
Is there other areas nearby? We're heading to West Virginia. That's where we're from.
Okay. If you're heading to West Virginia, there are no others that you can see on the way to West Virginia. But if you were on your way to, say, Cincinnati or East Fork, we have 2 other magnificent sites that you could see.
Okay.
And they're only about 9 to 15 minutes from here if you're interested in.
Well, we're heading back because I got to work tomorrow, and the kids got to go to school.
Yeah.
So we're just taking our time slowly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Sunday, Sunday ride.
Absolutely.
So what's out here on this land here, basically?
Well, here's a map. We are right here. This is a trail, 9/10 of a mile all the way around. 15 acres inside, or about 150 yards across. Right over here, there's a couple snapping and painted turtles. Right here, here's the turtles. They're right on a log in the water, and they should be out today with the sun. Right here.
So they're actually real turtles?
Yeah.
Oh,
right
wow.
here's I saw last week 9-foot long black rat snake. You might be able to see
There's a black
the
rat-
fabled 9-striped squirrel.
Not the rat snake. Does it bite?
No, it doesn't bite. It's not poisonous.
Okay.
And they don't bother you.
Okay.
I'm sure that,
she about
like a
it?
garter snake, if you poke it,
Oh, yeah.
it'll bite you.
Oh,
But they're
yeah.
not poisonous, and they're not aggressive.
So that's out there. Now, where's the trail actually start at?
Right here on the left.
Okay. So we can
Here's
go out
the
that
picnic
door.
area. You go out this door. Right here's where we are. If you look at that big tree, is right there. Picnic area, and then there's a trail right through there.
Okay. All righty.
All right.
Thank
I hope
you.
you all have a good time.
Yeah, we like I said, we've been on tour since yesterday.
I want to go see.
We've been on tour since yesterday. We do a reality show,
Yeah.
and we've been on tour since yesterday.
Okay, and there's a nice picnic area
Okay.
right around.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering if you had a microwave. We can heat some food up. We bought up there at Kings Island so we can
Okay.
have a picnic. I didn't know if you had anything.
Well,
we
it's
can
a
heat up.
perfect day for a picnic.
Right.
Go find Mom.
All right, let's go find Mommy.
All right. Have a great day.
Thank you, sir. Hey, so you ready for this trail?
Yeah, let's go get Mommy now. We're in the car.
Are they?
Yeah. We're waiting. Go ahead.
Hey. Excuse me. So, anyways, there's a trail. There's more than a mount. There's a rat snake up there. There's 2 turpins. They're not poisonous. They're part of the park. Follow me. We're gonna go on a tour.
I'm not going back over.
We're gonna.
The trail's right here.
Have you been all the way around?
Yes. Dad, what are you doing? The trail's right
baby.
What are you doing? The trail's right there. What?
I know, honey.
Let's go in the trail.
We are on the trail.
Go on.
Trail's right there. Let's go. You always want me to go on the trail. So, ladies and gentlemen, if we lose you, it's because we're going in the woods on a trail. There's 2 snapping turtles, as you all heard. And there's a rat snake out here. It's not poisonous at all.
Snapping turtles.
Take it.
Oh, do they bite?
If you aggravate them, I'm sure they would.
Okay, do not aggravate.
So, but my battery is 15%, ladies and gentlemen. But if we do lose you, we'll catch you back when we get back in the van. All right, and I want to thank the replayers, Bottle Squad, wrestling fans, everybody that follows the Mitchell Family Reality Show. Thank you for watching. We really do appreciate you. So we're just going to walk on this little trail until the phone dies, and then we'll go from there. This way. Down here. I guess there's a river. But yeah, but these are different than what you saw, Shannon. Yes. What happens if you pick it up and put it to your nose, Shannon? If you don't aggravate it, you won't get hurt. She knows she touches me, she's stuck with me forever. Because I'm allergic to poison ivy. So if she's stuck with me, I don't get to go to work. By the water. Must be. There's the squirrel. They have a very beautiful colored squirrel that ran in the woods. Oh, you should have been to the museum.
Come on.
We'll not be able to read it, but it's Indian writing. You know what? This is kind of like a car turtle. You can actually ride a car down here.
No, not this.
Yeah.
No,
It binds the wheel thing here and the wheel thing over here.
because this is for walking. It's for the national forest only.
Oh, I said them the sticky things again. I did another one. Feel weird.
It's beautiful back here. Let's build a house back here. Hey, let's build an Indian village back here. Yeah. We gotta get to it, Bubby.
How many trails are these? It's just like
This brings you out to the Indian Mount, guys.
it's just like the it's just like
Let's see them.
it's just
Come on, Bubby.
it's just like that dinosaur trail.
Something tore that apart.
You just left the dinosaur there. They backed up on the tree. Maybe this is like part of their colony.
Why did they move the earth, Shannon? Why did the Indians want to move the earth for?
I know,
Why?
because they want to live in a house.
Jay, why did they move the earth then?
Thinking.
See, nobody knows. Well, think about it. I'm going to talk. Nobody knows why they moved the earth. Nobody. Yeah, didn't you see that Indian carried the... Put it where it's safe. Try and pick it up, put it where it's safe. Put it where it's safe. Come on. Well, you better hurry up.
That's another trail.
Anybody want to go in the cornfield? If you aggravate them, they'll bite you. He already said they're not poisonous. That's what the guy said. The guy said he has, the guy that does, yes. Why? Come on, tell me. Move the earth? Why? Ah. I don't know.
We don't know why they moved the earth. But there's a black snake. That's nice. I forgot his name. But then there's also corn snakes. How do they move the corn snakes?
Well, the ranger said,
They eat only that. They're really good for the heart. They don't hurt nobody, but they don't bite people unless if they aggravate them.
the ranger said the corn snakes are not poisonous. They will not bite you. But if you sit there and poke at a gardener snake constantly, what would happen? Okay. So if you sit there and poke at a corn snake, what will happen?
Should have put a lot of snakes before. It's not poison, but you can still get bitten by it. And it's going to hurt like a moment. Hold on, do you? Jessica, whenever you get a fourth grade, you will go to a field trip that's at the Clay Center, right? And then at the Clay Center, you will meet this guy that has bunches of cages of different types of snakes. Some of them are poisonous, but he doesn't know.
Yes, they do. There's the barrier over there.
But he doesn't take out the poisonous one.
Oh,
He only takes out the one.
Shh, listen. Where's he at? Hi, baby. Hi, baby. We're not going to hurt you. Oh, he looked right at the camera. He's smart.
Okay. Anyway.
Have a good day.
There's a black snake that's not poisonous, and there's a corn snake that's not poisonous. Those are the only two snakes that he takes out and let us to touch it. And then he just says that I touched the snake today.
Corn snake and black.
I forgot the black snake. But I know the corn snake because, well, it's the opposite color of a black snake. A corn snake.
Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, if this cuts off, I apologize. But because the battery's low, but I'm doing what I can with the battery. I've got it on energy saver right now. So. I've never went on a, it's been a while since I've been on a trail, actually. My wife can tell you that. I want to see the turtles.
Yeah, but what? Live in the Indian world. Get away, you crawlers.
Ow. The pollen is what makes you sneeze, guys. All right, guys, we're coming into the... Listen. What is it? Let's see. Let's get over.
What is it?
That's a flower. Guys, we're coming into the trail. Hey, it's been a while since I've walked in the trail, hasn't it, honey? There's my wife there. There's Shannon. Calling pollen stalkers. There's one beside you, Shannon. Okay. So we're walking up to some Indian barrels right now, ladies and gentlemen. Really hold your ball. Guys, there's snapping turtles out here and stuff, son. So there's one Indian barrel.
Do not step on it. Right there's the range, so we're on the opposite side of it.
Yep.
I wonder where the turtle is. Yeah,
It's right down here in the water.
how far is the river?
Straight ahead.
It's too far. I don't think that's... Get away, stalker.
Battery's getting lower, ladies and gentlemen. The battery's getting lower, but we're going to keep going. Hopefully we can get all this on here. Indian barrel. Indian barrel.
Over there is like a weird looking circle, but I think that's where they're...
Indian barrel. And there's a cut through right there, guys. This right here. Hey, honey, look here. This right here was a wall where they sat down and celebrated and done some things. That wall.
Water.
Another trail.
Water.
Hey, there's the turtles down here, guys. You okay? You all right? I usually sit on the bank of the bank.
Here. You're not looking in the eye. One there and one just came out of it. Go away, stalkers. Go away. They follow us. I really wanted to do the pollen.
That's not pollen. Pollen's yellow.
Where's the water?
Should be down here, honey.
What the heck is this big hill for? Shannon, look.
That's where Indians were.
Can we go down it? Ignore me and calling the pollen a star.
I don't know. That I can answer.
Right there is where they, I think, used to build a house. It was nothing but a flat dirt with little circles going around it.
I want to at least get the turtles on the reality show.
Oh, it says go this way.
Wow. So,
I wish there was like a trail map.
there is, right there, in your hand. Open it up.
This is not a trail map.
Yes, it is.
It's just following the footprint.
So we're here.
We're not.
We're here. We was here.
Past that, and now we're there.
So the river's. Yes, honey. Hold on a minute. Look here. Come here, Jay. The river's right here.
So which way do we go? Go this way. Daddy, no, Daddy, one way. You get off. The arrow point's right there. The arrow point. It says
Walk over and see what's over there, and let me know. Anything? That trail brings you all the way around, that's why.
I'm scared. I would never come at trails at night. We're not in trails at night. Just saying.
Or are we?
It's not nice, huh? Just saying,
Want to go home?
I've heard that there's some
Oh my
haunted
goodness,
forests.
Jay.
Listen, guys, I've heard of some haunted forests that have trails, and once you walk on them, some ghosts might pop out and they never come back out alive.
The trail that we was at, I was trying to go to. Maybe that's the trail we would need to go to.
What trail, honey?
Down there.
They're trying to talk to me.
Trail.
Okay.
We came up, we just kept on going straight. Remember that one trail?
Kids are getting tired.
Okay, do you want to just go?
Stop.
Okay, let's just go back to the trail.
Nobody's go straight.
All right, let's go.
No, let's go
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Kids are getting tired. So that would be the end of this tour here. Not the complete, well, this tour here at the National Park. So thank you for watching very much. My name is Jesse the Jackhammer, professional wrestler, local actor. And that's Shannon, Ruby, Jessica, and Sharon.
Watch, we'll show you. Jay, I'll show you. Here's the hill. See? Right here. That's 20. Can we go down? No, because it's raining. We'll go this way. Down there.
Won't that brings you around? It has to bring you around. Yes, come on, Bubby. Come on. Come on, Bubby. Come on. Okay, we're going around to go back to the van. We gotta go that way. So we continue recording. We decided to continue to record. What do you see, baby?
Water. Right there. We're going the right way.
You got the water?
Yes, I see it. Right there.
Should I don't go through there?
Right there. It's not water, it's gravel.
Oh, that's water.
She sees water. I see water.
I do too. Who's going the right way? Let's go back.
Come on, kiddos. Come on. We cut through the woods. Ain't no water. You lost your mind. You're going into the prison. Might as well walk. You have lost your mind, woman. The prison. What's it go to, Shannon? Oh, it's part of the park. The administration area. All right, Lee. Unless you want to go over to that prison, come on. There's big, tough people over there.
What?
Good luck. They build homemade weapons in prison.
You can't hit a kid.
There's a lot of child killers in there.
But they can't do it because they're in prison.
That's true. But I'm saying to you. All right, which way did we come through? All right, let's go back through again. Go.